Hey, friend, if you are feeling exhausted, like when it's time to sleep and your body just won't settle, I want to talk to you about a state that I see all the time, particularly in midlife, and it's called wired but tired. Have you felt this way before? I know I sure have. So, this kind of sensation of wired but tired is the kind of tired where you're feeling drained all day, but at night your mind is active and kind of engaged, and your body still feels somewhat restless. So, sleep can either be light or broken or hard to fall into. And you may find yourself waking between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m., or wake up feeling hot, the flushes, the flashes, whatever you want to call them, or you can wake up already feeling tired. This often is what people assume is a hormonal imbalance and or menopause. It often gets tagged as or stress or age or that they've just never been good at sleep. But there's actually much more going on here beneath the surface. The wired but tired state is often a sign that the nervous system is overstimulated while your energy reserves are depleted. In other words, your body is really running on cortisol and the stress hormone here, and instead of steady energy sources. So, cortisol and adrenaline, as you may know, are stress hormones, keep us activated and going and in go mode during the day. And then they're interfering with our ability to completely, fully disengage and rest in the evening. So this is not a willpower issue. This is actually physiology. So how I see this pattern show up, and often in with the women that I work with, is it comes alongside of things like, relying on coffee throughout the day for an energy source or caffeine, not often, but sometimes chocolate, but that the idea of a stimulant to kind of keep us going. Feeling worse after you have coffee or sweets later in the day. If you have afternoon crashes or some restlessness in the evening time, or poor quality sleep when you're literally completely exhausted. So that is all signals to me anyhow that our system or your system is never really powered down completely. It's never disengaged from the go mode. So it can feel worse now, particularly in midlife, because we have these hormonal shifts and we are more sensitive to stress, to cortisol. So, as you may know, estrogen and progesterone both influence how cortisol behaves in the body. And then, when our blood sugar has these vacillations or fluctuations or these swings, our sleep can be disrupted that way. Or when stress stays high, it keeps cortisol levels running when we should be sleeping and having melatonin instead of cortisol. So the nervous system just tends to react in a more exaggerated way, or kind of what feels more strongly than what it used to, because of these all of these contributing factors. So it's easy to feel like what once felt manageable, what you were able to do in different years, at different decades, can now suddenly feel very overwhelming and perhaps quite frustrating in often cases. So this is personally why I don't approach sleep issues in isolation. When I work with someone who's wired but tired, we are looking at full metabolic picture. So we're looking at blood sugar stability. I probably heard me talk about this quite a lot. Meal timing, so what, when, and how to eat, the digestive load on your intestinal tract, so the state of your gut, also your tolerance to caffeine or stimulants, and also stress patterns, behaviors, and our lifestyle. These all get wrapped up into how our body actually performs and our metabolic function. So with my approach, of course, there's some structure, and we often, well, always do a short little reset or renovation period to calm the nervous system down and restore these more steady type of signals for our nervous system. Because when blood sugar stabilizes, the nervous system can feel safer. Sleep often improves naturally. These are some of the base foundational contributing factors that we must address. So, this is why when we kind of try to force ourselves to relax, that it just doesn't work. You can't think your way out of a wired nervous system. You can eat your way out of it, I suppose, and do some lifestyle behavior changes. But the body needs consistent signals that it's safe to slow down. And this is part of the work, perhaps a big part of the work, depending on your lifestyle. So once that happens, energy during the day, you'll see improve. You'll see that the stress hormones or the need for additional stress hormones at night actually decreases, which is going to help you disengage and get the rest that your body truly needs to heal and repair during that time. So if you're wired and feeling tired at the same time, it doesn't mean that, you know, it's simply a hormone issue or menopause or that something has gone wrong. It actually means that your body's probably been just compensating for far too long in this kind of go mode. And all of that compensation does come at a cost. So if sleep has been elusive to you, I feel you. And I understand how much of a contributing factor that is to energy and well-being and so many other factors of life. So if that is the case and your energy does feel like it's unpredictable or something that you can't quite count on, I would invite you to just see if you can consider this as something that you don't need to push through, that you don't need to kind of override. It's certainly not something you need to medicate. I just want you to see this as information and perhaps take a look at how your body is operating. And when we can understand how to support the body and the system properly, it really does become very possible again to regulate the state of rest and digest and relaxation and where we heal and when we repair. So that's all I wanted to share today. And I'll leave you with this little, I don't know, perhaps mantra that rest is not something that we force. It's something that our body allows.